Tired of having to stream in 720p in StreamYard or having to pay more to get 1080p quality? We got you. Start using EVMux, which is a web-based live streaming tool that allows you to be able to stream and record in 1080p Full HD completely for free.
3 million views, 5 million views, 9 million views. About 1 year into starting shorts, I had finally figured out the blueprint to consistently going viral. And today, I'm going to be passing that knowledge on to you. This video won't be a basic tutorial where I tell you to use a certain niche or hashtags. All of that stuff is bullshit. You'll be learning the exact formula that top creators use to blow up all of their shorts. So focus up, take notes if you'd like, and let's get started. Before we can talk about breaking the algorithm, we need to understand how it works and also how it can be exploited. And first things first, it's not random and it has nothing to do with luck. The algorithm simply shows the best, most engaging content on the platform. So as long as you can make engaging shorts with high retention, then blowing up is pretty much guaranteed. And to prove that statement, let's go back to when I was just starting out on shorts. I had basically no idea what I was doing, and my shorts wouldn't even break 100 views. But I kept improving my content until I finally started having success on the channel. I believe it took about 4 months for me to hit 10k subscribers. But here's where it gets crazy. On my next channel after that, I hit 10k subs in 3 weeks, simply because I was more experienced and knew how to make better content. So believe me when I say, the algorithm always recognizes good shorts and pushes them forward. And you'll start seeing this happen with your shorts if you do everything I tell you to. Everything else is completely useless if you neglect this step. An interesting topic is the basis of every viral short out there, and without it, you can never hope to get many views. So start with this. Think of your intended audience, the people in your niche. What do they want to see? What type of videos are already performing well in your space? Take some time to consider these questions. I also suggest that you go research the big channels in your niche to see what video types worked well for them. Now, I found this creator's channel, and I think it's a perfect example of why those things are so important. If we look at his most popular shorts, you'll see that the topics are aimed at a younger audience, mostly school kids. Therefore, when he starts making videos that don't appeal to younger school kids, you can see that his views shoot way down. But now, if we look at his most recent short, he got a lot more views than usual because he again started targeting his core audience. So always consider who your audience is and what they want to watch. Now, just by following that advice, your video ideas will be 10 times better than they were before. But there's still more to it. Take a look at this short and try to see what's wrong with it.
Mr. Beast shared the key secret to his success on YouTube, and it's not what you'd expect.
Like, all you need to do, this applies to people who have not uploaded videos but have dreams of being a YouTuber, is make 100 videos and improve something every time.
Alright, the video continues for 20 more seconds, but we can pause it there. So what went wrong? Well, the topic itself wasn't the issue. It was pretty attention grabbing, and the audience probably initially stayed to watch. But this short still would have never performed well, because the creator made a huge mistake that you might be making as well. For a minute, pretend you're the audience of this short. So the video idea was introduced to us at the beginning, how Mr. Beast got successful. We got interested and decided to watch to find out how. But only 5 seconds later, we immediately got what we came for. Mr. Beast revealed how he got successful. So there was no more anticipation and we ended up scrolling away. The terrible mistake this creator made was paying off the topic too quickly. Ideally, the secret should have been revealed at the end. That way, the audience had to keep watching in order to find it out. This shows us that the delivery and execution of the topic are equally as important as the actual idea. Which takes me to my next point. This is a huge aspect to master if you want to effortlessly make viral content. Editing is how you present your video, the external things like cutting, pacing, and captions. Structure is how you compose your video, with things like storytelling and payoffs. Learn how to combine good structure and good editing, and you'll be going viral with every single post. And to help you guys with that, there's a system that I use called HPC, which I'll break down for you guys, starting with H, the hook, the first 5 seconds of your shorts. Also the most important part of your content. Your hook should introduce the topic of the video while still leaving the viewer with a lot of questions. Look at how this creator executed his hook on a short with over 70 million views.
I want to be the first person to have a snowball fight in the desert.
Alright, let's break that down. So it was fast paced and attention grabbing. No pauses, quick music with captions on the screen. But it also gave us a lot of questions. How's he gonna have a snowball fight in the desert? Where's he gonna get snow? How did he even get in the desert? So we would have continued watching to answer those questions. And that leads us to the second letter of HPC, progression.
Here's a fun one. Guys, pretend like you're holding up the building behind you. Make sure. Yeah. That's
Okay,
great.
now give her phone back.
How do y'all know each other? You friends?
But there's a problem. It's hot out here, the sand won't form balls, and we don't have any snow. So Braden and I grabbed our cooler and headed for the mountains. It was a long voyage, and I often wondered if it was going to be worth it.
Right, so we're progressing along in the short, and notice how the creator is meeting the expectations he set in the intro. He said he was gonna have a snowball fight in the desert, so now he's fulfilling that promise and literally showing the adventure to get snow. This is something you have to do in your shorts. Imagine if he said, okay, now let's get some snow, and then he walks to his car and pulls out a cooler filled with ice. That would be terrible, right? We'd be so disappointed. So make sure that the idea given in the intro matches the actual content. Now, the final letter of HPC stands for climax. The climax is the moment that the topic is fulfilled, and the audience finally gets what they came for, which in this case is a snowball fight in the desert.
Now there's only one thing that two men can do with a cooler full of snow: throw it at each other.
And that wraps up everything nicely. That was overall a very good short. The use of editing complemented the video style, the music was fitting, he threw some jokes in there as well, and the storytelling was very effective. Even if your niche is completely different from this guy, if you apply his same tactics to your own content, you'll start seeing your shorts get hundreds of thousands of views. And also, never be afraid to imitate other creators. Learning from successful channels is a very important part of improving your shorts. So at this point, you should have the knowledge to make a good short. But we're not done yet. Most people are limiting their views without even realizing it, because they overlook some crucial details about the actual posting of their content. And I'm not talking about hashtags or the title. That's only the tip of the iceberg. On one of my earlier shorts channels, I was kind of just experimenting with my uploads, seeing if there was an ideal post frequency and time of day. And what I found was actually pretty interesting. First, the day of the week didn't matter at all. I had shorts fail and succeed on literally every day of the week. But what actually did matter was the time of posting. I noticed that my shorts posted in the morning would get noticeably higher views than any other time of day. But that doesn't mean you should post in the morning. Let me show you something. If you go to the Analytics tab in Studio, press Audience and scroll down a bit, you can see the times when your audience is most active. And if you look at my graph, the morning is when I get the most you can see the times when your audience is most active. And if you look at my graph, the morning is when I get the most traffic, which means it's the best time to post for me. But for you, it's probably different. So align your posting times to when your audience is most active. Now, I also experimented with upload frequency, how often you should post, but the results I got weren't very straightforward. Between two channels, I posted as little as twice per week and as often as 4 times per day, just to see which was most effective. So right off the bat, 4 times per day was too much. Usually only half of them would ever get picked up by the algorithm, and my overall quality of content dropped. On the other end, posting twice per week worked better. However, it was kind of boring and unproductive since I could have been making more shorts in that time. Now, I found that once per day was a sweet spot because I had enough time to make high quality posts while still posting enough to get consistent exposure. But if you find that once per day is too much, it's fine to tone it down. Really, the most important thing
Do you want to make your gaming videos more engaging than it is right now? If so, I have 3 Premiere Pro editing tricks compiled for you to level up your editing and gain those sweet subs. Subscribe and click the link in the description below. Do you want to make
How does this content look so smooth? Today I'm going to show you how to change your video from this to this. So you only need 2 things for this. All you need is OBS Studio and Blur. When you stop recording in 60 FPS and start recording in 240, it creates these things called blur frames. And when you drop your video that you created in OBS into Blur, it adds even more blur frames with AI.
How to edit gaming videos for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So the first step is to drag and drop your video into the CapCut timeline. The next thing you want to do is come over to this button that says ratio. Click that and then select aspect ratio of 9:16. After you've done that, you just want to come back to the video on the timeline, hold Alt, left click and drag. Once you've done that, you just want to select the bottom clip, make sure it's highlighted, and then come over to scale. Then all you want to do is turn this up to anywhere between 315 and 320. Your video should then look like this. All you want to do then is come back down to the 2 videos on the timeline, and now all we're going to do is select the other clip, and then we're going to repeat the exact same steps as we've just done. Set the scale for this clip between 160 and 200. This last part is completely optional, but if you want the clip to look even better, come up to the effects tab and search for the blur effect. And then all you want to do is drag and drop the blur effect to your timeline. And you can increase the duration of the blur effect by dragging either side to match the timeline. And this is what your video should look like once you've finished. Alright, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. How to edit gaming videos.
This is how you can fake clips like Declavis easily in Minecraft. So
There is a viral Minecraft niche that is making people thousands of dollars every single day with little to no work and millions of views. And I actually own one of the channels. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this. This right here is my YouTube channel where I make $10,000 to $15,000 every single month. And this is just one of my channels. I run multiple where I do about $50,000 a month. But just for this one, I do Minecraft. So I'm going to show you in this video exactly how I go from $0 to $10,000 a month in the Minecraft niche. As you can see, I was doing $1,000 a day back here. I dropped down a lot because I stopped uploading as much because I was working on other channels, but I just restarted again and we're starting to pick back up and make a lot more money again. So it's really simple, actually. You don't really have to do a lot of work. A lot of people overcomplicate it and make these long form videos. They make short videos that just take a long time to make. They spend all day on the same video. Where I'm actually uploading about 5 to 10 videos in the Minecraft niche just every single day. It shouldn't start off like that. You should build slowly, go from 1 a day to 2 a day to 3 a day to 4 a day over time as you start getting pushed more. But yeah, you can scale up to making about 10 videos a day and make thousands of dollars. So what you're going to want to do first is head over to Instagram. From here, you're going to want to search up Minecraft and look through a bunch of viral videos that have millions of views and just take the viral videos, remake them, make them better, or even just change it a little bit to make it a little bit different. You're going to obviously remake it in game so you don't get copyrighted and you're actually making your own videos. But yeah, you're literally just taking someone else's video, making it better, and then uploading it on YouTube. But you have to take it from a different platform or else it's not going to get pushed as well. That's what I've found from uploading myself, but it could be different for you. All right, here's one right here. It's called The Admin is Spectating. So what we're going to do is take this specific video and just remake it. So let's watch it. Okay, so he goes, the admin's so OP, I'm going to grab my last diamond and let's go. And then randomly it's going to turn into diamonds and the game's going to freeze. All right, so let's remake this video in game. You can also go back to the Minecraft tab and just literally remake all these videos that you see, all the ones with the black bars and the black text. He's going to go, yeah, all right. So as you can see, you get the gist. You just find these videos and you can remake them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Modrinth. It's a Minecraft platform where it allows you to log in with your account and then get a ton of different mods. I'm not going to use any mods on this, but I'm going to use this just because it's faster for me. So once it's open, I'll meet you guys back. All right, so now that we have Minecraft open, you're going to want to make a single player world, open that up, and I'll show you guys what to do next. It's very easy. Okay, so you're going to go to creative mode, and I think he was in a plains biome, so I'm just going to, it doesn't really matter, but for my video, I'm going to copy exactly what he did. So he was in a plains biome with a cave, right? There was a lava pool down here, so we're gonna just rebuild the lava pool real quick. It's not gonna be perfect because I'm not gonna upload this video. I'm just doing this to show you guys how I would make it and how I'd copy, just so you guys will be able to do it yourselves. And then all right, let's remake this video real quick. Here we go. All right, 5 6 7. Oh dude, there's diamonds right here. Let's go, bro. Oh wait, I don't have a pickaxe. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back for these diamonds. All right, here we go. And all right, that's literally all you really had to do. All right, it's pretty easy. All right, so now what you're going to do, close Minecraft, and then you're going to want to open up your editing software. I personally use Premiere Pro because it's just probably the best software that you can get. It costs money, but I got it for free. You could probably figure out how to do that yourself. I'm not going to be going over that in the video, but there is plenty of ways to do that. All right, as for the next step, what you're going to do is open up your project folder and drag your video in. Keep existing settings usually is going to what you're going to do, and then you're going to crop the top out if you have a little white bar there, because I was in windowed mode. Zoom it in, and then duplicate it, right? We're going to duplicate it. We're going to zoom the back in so it's blur. We're going to zoom the back in so it has a little background. You're going to add a blur effect. Whatever editing software you use should have a blur effect. And you're going to want to blur it out. And then for the text, you're going to put the admin was spectating. And then center it however you do that on your editing software. For me, I'm showing you guys exactly how to do it. There we go. If you guys use the same editing software as me, perfect, because it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to watch. All right. There we go. Put that there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. The admin was spectating. I'm going to make the text have a drop shadow in a background just because it'll look a lot better. Obviously, because, you know, that guy had it too. There we go. Boom. Bold. And there we go. That's literally all I had to do to make the video look good like that. Right, let's remake this video real quick. Here we go. All right. All right, there we go. Then cut it down. 5, 6, 7. Oh, dude, there's diamonds right here. Let's go, bro. Oh, wait, I don't have pickaxe. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back for these diamonds. All right, here we go. And obviously, I didn't have a person to do the diamond blocks around me, so this is just me remaking it. If you really wanted to add the diamond blocks like they did in the video, you just have someone in creative mode in your world just use world edit, which is a mod. You can search that up yourself to find it if you really would like to do that. But yeah, you don't really have to. It's not like it's not a needed thing to do, but you can. So here we go. We're gonna cut the video. And then in your editing software, right-click your timeline, nest it first, and then right-click your timeline and press Add Frame Hold to add the frame hold. And then what I also do is I like to add a tint, which is right there, and I'll make it black and white. And then whatever sound effect you're going to use. I'm going to use C418, which is the stock Minecraft audio. That's what they use for the background music. So here we go. Drag that in there. Boom. And usually it's going to be super loud for your editing software, whatever you just dragged in. So yeah, definitely turn it down. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Oh, dude, there's diamonds right here. Let's go, bro. Oh, wait, I don't have a pickaxe. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back for these diamonds. All right, here we go. And then for the tint where I made the screen go gray, I'm going to add a vine boom. Which the other guy used some weird like audio, but I'm just going to use the vine boom because it's easier for me and I don't feel like finding that audio right now. But if you really need to, you could probably go on the internet and find the audio that he used. Not that you should be